Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis IV. This is the March of the Vikings. In the last episode, we had something of a quiet one as we were recovering from the war in the previous episode, dealing with integrating some of our provinces, coring them, that type of thing, and rebuilding our army, which is kind of an ongoing process. Kasala's claiming some of our stuff. Also, during the last episode, we realised that our vassal, Chordus, has a permanent claim on much of Gujarat's former territory, so this part of Ratus. So what I would very much like to do is take over this stuff, feed it to the vassal, and then annex the vassal, which we can do in 2 years' time. So we need to think about when to do that war. The downside right now is we do still have fairly high aggressive expansion. Well, we have 27. So we'll probably need to let that tick down a little bit faster, but then we can go after them. Great expectations. A political marriage is such a union as it is a contract of mutual support. The Af Vendel family expects the king will heed the advice of the queen consort and actively look after their and his interests. So the crown will fund development of the Vendel lands, gain 1 base tax in the Maldives, which will cost 100 admin, which seems to be absurdly expensive, considering it usually costs 62. So, no special favours. Losing prestige, though, which is annoying because I want to use that prestige to keep down Liberty Desire of the minion. Ratus has been spying. No, we were spying on Ratus. Are there any other claims that we can fabricate? There are, but these are all places that they already have. This is the only one that I don't think they have a claim on, which we do already. 2 over. Oh, right, yeah, of course, because we got our alliance with Elstervik. I remember now. Yeah, we are now allied with all of the Vikings, which is pretty sweet. Sale of titles. My lord, one of your advisors has suggested selling off titles of nobility to anyone who can afford to pay. It could bring in lots of money and open a way for social advancement for the rich if we do, but it would devalue the idea of nobility and perhaps upset the existing aristocratic families. Should we do this? Free stability. I'm going to say nobility cannot be bought. It will annoy the merchant guild a little, which will reduce our trade efficiency. But I really rate that +1 stability, especially as stability for us is expensive. Plus, it does allow us to get these, which is really strong. So we can encourage divination, which reduces our unrest by 1 and increases stability until the rest of the game. That's fine. And religious sacrifices, which is +1 yearly prestige and -20 stability cost modifier for the rest of the game. There's no downside. So we'll do that. We are not ever going to reconvert to the Indic faith because we are Norse. That's what we do. We are Norse. Okay, so that +1 stability will have increased our conversion times even further. Maldives cannot currently be done because they are the seat of the aristocrats, but everything else will be. It's just a matter of time. We have sufficient money for another building, but I'm going to hold off on buying anything because I would very much like to have the funds to finance a war against Ratus. Great expectations. Oh, another one. I already said no to you once. You're just at 100 in autonomy now because of all the demands that you're making of us. Go away! Not gonna happen. I really want to fight you. Oh, you got a lot more allies now. That's unfortunate. Nepal, Sindh, and Garwal. So Sindh. Where's Sindh? Sindh. They are relatively small. And who was the other one? Nepal. Which is probably back here. No idea how big Nepal are. Now I wonder if in the next war against Ratus, if we can call in any of our allies. Yes, we can. We can start using some of the favours, because another of the benefits of not having been fighting them for a while, 2 of my advisors died on the same day. Awesome. Oh, that was the one that I bought. The half-price one. Oh, that's really unhelpful. So recruiting a minister will cost us 15 influence, which we can do. Diplomat level 2. Unfortunately, diplomat's the only one that we actually have right now. Clergy. Would require 15 influence. It needs to be 40 influence or higher. Yeah, we don't have that. We can still draft ships for war, but I don't want you pissed off so much. So I guess... Oh, that's really irritating that we lost the admin guy. I don't really need the naval morale, because we have a really strong navy already. And I would like the diplomat. The reason for that is improving relations actually also reduces aggressive expansion. So we're just going to grab you. Do we have any inflation? No. So we don't need the Master of the Mint. We can, however, take the +1 tax modifier guy. And then military, reinforced speed. Sure, why not? Okay, cool. And we are once again net positive in terms of advisors and making more money. Cool. How is the missionary doing? Very nearly finished. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, cool. So I do think I'm in a position to go after Ratus. And like I said, we should be reducing the aggressive expansion with them now. If I go here... Aggressive expansion, 2.8 a year. Usually it's like 2, I think, base. That's still 10 years worth of burn down, or just less, 7 years. We've converted the heretics. Fantastic. Alright, start the next one. Baroda. Really, Baroda's that cheap? Actually, hang on. Surat? That's our capital. Our capital is still Hindi. We should probably do Surat. It'll take slightly longer, but let's just get it done. Convert the Maldives to Norse. I would love to convert the Maldives to Norse, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. And then conquer Savanur, which I think is one of these guys' territories. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. Kosala's been spying on us. How could you, Kosala? Let's start going against them again. Yeah, I definitely want to fight you. Oh, we have a truce until 1466. Alright, so we're going to have to wait 5 years anyway before that war. But that is definitely the next war that we're going to be fighting, so I'm not going to start annexing these, the vassal, until we've had that war. And they've had a bit of a time to core that area. It's just far more efficient to do it that way. Stability increase. Our decision to give more power to the local magnates has ensured people of importance feel good about our government. So they've been telling everyone else about how well they are being governed. 2 stability. That also increases missionary speed as well. Awesome. I cannot argue against that. And it also increases the tax modifier, which is even better. Maybe we should build another temple, seeing as we have 5 years time off. Let's build one there. National epic. Our subjects have taken to telling tales and legends about Mordred Viking. Of course they have. Why wouldn't they? The legend says that in Mordred's darkest hour he will return to our nation and deliver it from evil. Regardless of the truth of that statement, we could use this as our propaganda. It is totally true. Shut up. Totally and utterly true. And I can happily say I did not write this epic, or this event, but that is an amazing event. Just the wording of it. Fantastic. Yes, I'm totally going to be writing this national epic. I'm glad I did not spend all of my money. And we are now generating a silly amount of prestige as well. It's now ticking up. Marvellous. Awesome. I love it. Kosala continues to try and spy on us. I have a lot of big allies, like, bug off. Actually, speaking of those allies, how are you liking me right now? They all seem pretty content, to be honest. And you too. You could use a little bit of improvement, just to keep you completely sweet. Unfortunately, my power projection is now dropping, so I'm below the 50% mark, which I required. Sickness of the king. Mordred II has fallen ill and cannot handle all aspects of ruling Mordgard for the time being. How shall we handle this? Lose tax and nobility gain, or autonomy for 10 years. Unless he dies. I'm going to take the autonomy. No, I'm not. I'm going to take the nobility. Because autonomy, I think, also affects manpower, and that is something we do not want to use right now. Alright. Oh, we can get another soldier. I think we totally should do that. We want to stay at our force limits if possible. We are pretty close to getting level 6 military. Yeah, you're on level 5 now, unfortunately. Alright, 4 more years, and then a war. Yay. Provincial unrest, Konkan still a little bit against us, but they have no chance of uprising, so that is totally fine. We're going to build our temple soon. We can start building another one. Unless we want to start saving money for the war. That is the question here. When do we want to do that? I'm not sure. November 66. I mean, we literally have 4 years. Yeah, we'll get another one. We'll just keep the money rolling in. Oh, you're on 18 now? You've gone up in value. Awesome. Making the money, which is cool. Alright. Definitely no claims that I need to fabricate here. No. Pretty sure that you have them all. I mean, the only reason I'm really keeping up the spy network is so that sieges against them are faster. And I assume you're the military. Yeah, you are. I think we're going to invest in some military development. Actually, hold up. Not while we have a negative here. We could... No, we can't because we've done it already. Never mind. Importing naval supplies. Ships from foreign wood. More mercantilism, please. Ah, first admin idea. I think that would be a magnificent idea. Plus 10% national tax, yes please. And that's going to mean we're 2 away from this. And the next one is construction costs. Yes. That makes me very happy. So we're 4% away from loyal merchant guilds, at which point we can then do the development for cheaper. It would be nice if we could have it up to 60, I think is the next threshold. Like nobility right now. In fact, nobility, will you give me some military power? Although that's going to send me over the limit. Or the levies. We'll leave it, it's fine. We'll just need to keep half an eye on the military power build-up. So that we can get the stuff. Merchant guilds are ticking up really slowly. Current monthly change 0.1. And they're not saying they want more land or anything, so... Alright. 1463, 3 more years. Ooh, that's almost done. Excellent. 81% on Surat. So we are slowly but surely making it all Norse. You still need to convert 1 area. The Oms Vikings, are you surviving? You are. Excellent. That makes me happy. Taurika has in fact expanded into Alania. Now, yeah, that was one of the other changes which I hadn't announced, is we had Alania and their vassal Alania, so I've renamed them Minor Alania. Because that was just confusing as hell, otherwise. Norderikeri has actually expanded into Finland. Interesting. Svitjod has expanded into Norway, I think. Denmark's not changed. Poland's not changed. Konugard has not changed. Bulgaria's taken a little bit out of Bilge. I think a little bit out of Homegard. Noble family requests aid. The most powerful of the noble families in the state often had vast wealth but did not stop their monarchs from getting into financial troubles. They too could accumulate debts that escaped their ability to pay. They could, at those times, come to the monarch to request aid. The monarchs were often receptive since they would usually be related by blood or marriage. I don't really care. Because that is literally all of my money right now. No. You're still above the 50% limit. So at this point, I am going to hit that. Raise levies. No, Diplo support. And then you'll tick up again. In fact, once I've done that, I can then call it... I should have done the D at first. Would it have made a difference? I don't think it would have. This will increase your influence to 65, which is fine. And now we have 20% additional manpower recovery. which is excellent because it means that we are generating more manpower per month, which is very useful. Vater Bagaland has died, royal marriage has ended. I'm going to start it with you. Let's cancel Austervix. Okay, good. Oh, we've ticked over. What's the maximum? I was not watching that. 1138. Okay, we're relatively close. So, do we want to spend 800 on... No, we don't. Just no. So I think we are going to sort this by cost. Merchants are still under. I want to give them more... Oh, you know what we could do is we could give them some land. That's not necessarily a bad idea because that will increase the trade value in the local area. Let's have a look at the trade areas. So Koshin we could give to them. Let me just double check what merchant guilds do. Removes autonomy penalty for production and trade and naval force limit and sailors, but it will impose one on tax and manpower. This is a very high manpower location, so no, we are not giving you that one. Which would leave Chorl, which is a much lower manpower place. Produces cotton or Surat, which we can't because it's the capital. I think I'm going to give you this one. And that should increase your loyalty. It does quite a lot. So we are now going to spend a bunch of military points. Do we have anywhere that's green? We don't. So just in the yellow places. Although Maldives is only low because of the autonomy. I'll bring you up to maximum. So Navarangar, which is actually one of my vassal places. Oh well. Baroda, Surat, do us some more. We'll do that. That looks fine to me. And we have in fact converted Surat. Marvellous. Okay, next up, Baroda. Off you go. And that should have increased my maximum manpower limit as well, which is good. Looming disaster, plutocratic coup. What? Oh shit. I'll just strip the land away from them. It's fine. What was it? I gave them Chul. I can't do that. Right, so what other land do they own? Because they clearly own something. Okay. Strip them from that. And that's now solved the problem. Makes them really unhappy, but I don't care. I've done everything that I wanted them to do. We are still making a surplus of money, so it's not a huge blow to us. And everything is good. And the clergy are upset because they are controlling too little land. That's very irritating. Could do with taking some of this, like, grain area, so I'm not giving them the valuable territory. Right, which of these is the lowest? 16 was down there in the bottom. 23, 20. I don't really want to give you those. Actually, giving the clergy a high tax area isn't necessarily a bad idea. I think I'm going to give you this one. Okay, that keeps them happy. And we are still making money. Ratas, I think, is trying to privateer me. And we still have a truce for another 2 years. Or 1 year, really. Okay, we could build another temple. Or do we want to save the money at this point? I think at this point we probably do want to save the money. Although building one there would be very valuable. The other one's much less so. We'll wait. It's fine. We're going to be able to have quite a large military though, which is awesome. Has my force limit gone up? It has. Excellent. Let's get another man-at-arms. Actually, what is the ratio? 15 and 10. Let's get another cavalry. So now it's 15 and 11. So we'll need to make sure that we keep the infantry units topped off with mercenaries. That shouldn't be a problem. And as the infantry units die, we'll just disband them, or merge them rather, and use all the manpower that we have actually stored up for the cavalry units only. And that's probably the best way that we can fight. But also in this next war, I am going to call in the allies. We're going to cash in some of the trust, or some of the favours that they've accumulated. Nomaland's relations have improved. So let's also improve yours, just so we have. And Fitter Buggerland could definitely use an improvement. What are you a bit grumpy about? Not sure. Next year we could get military. Okay, I probably overspent on the military a little bit. And by a little bit I mean quite a lot. Expect I will have enough by 1469. 4 years from now, really. Except that I don't think that takes into account the fact that it is currently 10% higher right now. Until right now, bollocks. Yeah, we totally overspent. December 68. Bugger! Oh well. So we need to make sure we attack these guys before they go up to 6. Which is in fact going to be at the end of this year. Naval research, lose Diplo or lose prestige. At this point, prestige, because prestige comes back. Although that is going to reduce my morale and stuff. So come August, I think I'm going to raise my maintenance and get ready for this fight. Which probably also means I need my ships ready. We have 100 spy network with Ratas, which is really nice. That's going to put us in very good stead. And then in August, let's raise our maintenance. We are still making money, only a little bit, but we are, and we have 300 in the bank, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this. And I'm going to assume that we quite significantly outnumber Ratas now. Let's have a look. Country. Ratas have got, actually they have an army of 16,000. But I have 26. The levy. In time, many of the everyday occurrences in the life of our king and his predecessors have become the subject of ceremony. Being able to attend to the bedroom of the ruler as he dresses, for instance, is considered by many to be the best way to gain the ear of the king. An elaborate court life will certainly limit the power of the nobles to plot against us in their countryside properties, but it could also prove quite expensive. Denying them the right to be part of the daily life of our king entirely, on the other hand, could also limit their influence, but the nobility would likely resent it. So keep it at a modest level. Nobility loses loyalty. Elaborate and lengthy ceremony for the most influential costs us 100 ducats. Reduces our national tax modifier for 25 years. But increases our prestige and possible advisors. Also massively boosts... Oh no, they lose 15 influence but gain loyalty. Or we have no such need. Lose a bit of prestige, lose a bit of loyalty, and lose a bit of influence. We'll keep it at a modest level. Okay. October. November. Actually, speaking of which, I don't have another rival yet, do I? And I'm still not complaining about the fact that I don't. Which is okay by my... Although we could rival Kassala and then embargo them. Nah, it's fine. Come December, we'll be at war again. Right? Right. No diplomats. Awesome. Great expectations. A political morale. Again. Go away. Alright, so we can bring in Vane Gormagard, Namalan Shura. They'll bring in all of their allies. I'm going to use Conquest for our allies, or our vassal rather. Who do I want to call in? I think I actually want to call in Shura. I'm not going to owe you anything. Actually, no. Before we do this, let's have a look at how many favors these people actually owe us. You currently owe me 16. You owe me 22. 22. So Shura, I'm a little less willing to do, but I might bring in Bagaland. Although they only have 8,000. You would be a lot closer to go after these guys. You know what? No, we are going to bring in Shura. But only Shura. The others I'm going to keep for future war. Declare war. Bring in Shura. Fight all of them. We could actually give Namaland a bit more land. We'll do that. Alright. Let's split you in half. Start you occupying this stuff. We'll also go down to speed 3. Why can't I? Why can't I get through here? Well, you're about to lose your army, probably. Unless they're exceptional. But for some reason I can't get to you. Which is rather irritating. Oh, right, yes, navies. Let's start blockading them. Okay, we should win that fairly easily. And by fairly easily I mean Ruffle Stomp. Which we did. I just want to make sure that we claim all of this area for ourselves. Which we should. And then we'll go and help you with that. I still haven't worked out why we couldn't enter their territory. Now we can. Weird. Okay, so their armies are gathering. That's fine. My armies will be gathered here. And then we should be able to go and Ruffle Stomp them. Once my armies are combined, let's go to Mewar and we'll go and fight them. Oh, that's a 23,000 man army. Ah, we sank most of their trade fleet. Excellent. Now, if you guys are splitting up, then that's really helpful. Thank you. We are totally going to abuse that fact. And here comes Shura. We'll go and march over here, see who we can catch out. Shura's going to fight. Where is their main army? Or has Shura just beaten it? There's some of them. Alright, then after that I think we're just going to hit Bangladesh and start sieging their stuff down. Conversion successful. Our capital's been converted. Excellent. Okay, let's get South Konkan as well. And we can get another idea. Although we probably want the next idea group, so we'll wait. Ah, there they are. Oh, wow. Yeah, going this way is probably the better option. Although I do kind of want to keep an eye on this stuff. You may continue protecting trade in Goa. And I just realised I haven't done any trade raiding. Raid coasts, 18 ducats, yay. And yes, we can raid that, and we can raid this. Let's go and do that real quick. Something I should totally have been doing earlier. Have you arrived? You have. Why can't we do that? Because the other Vikings have already been raiding it. Fair enough. Likewise. Okay, let's put you on to protect trade. Goa, go. Cool. So we're going to be trying to raid down Bangladesh. You guys are sieging this stuff away. Excellent. So long as they're not trying to retake this area, it's fine. I mean, beer was massive overkill bringing in Shura. They have a lot of troops. 28,000 there. Let's go and stop their army coming in. Oh, that's 19,000 now. Let's send in some more reinforcements. Easy victory. Now you're going to be coming running into me. How is my combo of troops? We have too many cavalry. No, we don't. We should beat them fairly convincingly, which we did. Let's send you guys back to continue claiming their land. Alright, we're up to 42% war score now, which is nice. And I don't think we're going to need mercenaries, so I'm not going to bother spending the money on that. As much as I would like the idea, no, we're going to wait. Let's move you over here. Oh, there's another army. Dead. Right, this is all theirs as well. I'd forgotten about that. Should I give Shura some land? Yeah, probably not. I'll give Nummerland some, so that they are able to contribute more in the future, depending on how much of this I can take. If I can't take all of that, then I probably won't bother. But if it's aggressive expansion blocking me, then I probably will. The miracle of life. In those dark days of war and death, a reminder of new beginnings can ease the pains of our people. Our great king, King Mordred II, and his noble queen consort, Auslug, have been blessed with another child. The arrival of the babe has brought new hope and energy to the royal couple, and, by extension, to their court and subjects. Many people dream that this child will grow up to be a better, brighter future, and that all fighting will thus be worth it in the end. Lose 2 war exhaustion. Is war exhaustion a problem? No. Didn't think so. Anyway, I think that this is going to be it for this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this so far, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. If you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.